Good afternoon, my good man. You're looking perky today.
Hey, I got some rest. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing just great. Do you ever
Tough
have a
day.
night, I fell asleep at like 9:30 in my easy chair, and I
Yeah.
woke up at like 11 and went to bed, slept straight through. Now, for an old man to sleep straight through, woke up at like quarter to seven this morning. It's a miracle.
That is,
Yeah.
especially your age.
And I went out and hiked. I hiked 5 miles this morning.
Okay. Found your way back. That's even
I
better.
did. I did. Geez, I thought you'd be a little bit impressed. give,
Oh,
give me
yeah, you
some
bring
kind of kudos here other than I
all
found
right. It's
back
kudos. You
home.
bring up the age thing. I didn't. The silver alert didn't hit me down. Up here in New Jersey. So,
Oh man. No,
all right.
I have been looking forward to today's show since we when did we do the shopping trip? Was that Monday?
That was Monday. Yep.
So now it's Thursday. So ever since Monday morning, because I think I
Wait a
went to
minute.
a new liquor store. I went to
It's
Tower Liquors
it's
and
Wednesday, not Thursday.
what is it Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Good thing. Good thing I found my way back home.
Yeah.
So it's 2 days I've been looking forward.
Yeah.
It's
This
this
this is
is
going to be a
the
good one.
battle of the unique bottles.
Yeah, I like the bottles. I
Aren't
mean,
they cool?
yeah, they are neat. I mean, haven't touched Bullet. I mean, that's one that we never talked about or never considered.
I can't believe that because I've been a Bullet fan for a decade,
Oh
maybe
yeah,
more.
Bullet. That's always been a steady one. So,
So now introduce the whole thing. Which Bullet? Because there's more than one Bullet.
this is
President.
again Bullet bourbon, the Frontier whiskey, 90 proof.
So that's
Um,
that's their first
that's
offering in mainstay, as I understand.
right. That's the basic their basic bourbon. So, and I think we're going against Green River weeded bourbon.
Okay, and
Okay, that's
I'm a big fan of weeded bourbons.
well,
Maker's
Mayhem,
Mark, Larceny,
Larceny.
Weller.
Yep, a few good ones are out there.
Yep, yep,
Um, so I think, it's 90 proof also.
yep.
And I think we should probably, I don't know what you think, start with the weeded.
Oh, now I was gonna we
What
can
do you,
discuss this. I was
okay,
thinking since Bullet is familiar, at least for me,
right.
and I've served you Bullet at my house. I know you've had it. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking we'd try Bullet, which is a little more familiar turf, and then go to Green
Okay.
River, which
Okay.
I don't know.
I was thinking about which one would be overpower the other one.
Well, you got a
Uh,
point there because we got Bullet with lots of rye, and then obviously the weeded.
correct. So what do you think?
You know what? I am going to defer to your superior wisdom, being the younger man whose brain
Yeah,
has less time to degrade.
and better looking too. You forgot that.
Well, I have
All
no
right,
comment.
let's
I
move
have
on.
no, I have no comment on that.
All right.
This is the Green River is really a very unusual bottle,
Yes, it is. It's
and it's very cool because it's kind of normal, and then it's like they added a front door,
all right, but it's got
normal
it.
round bottle, then flat
All right.
on the front. It's just I don't know. I kind of like it's.
It's neat. It's neat. It fits your hand really well.
Well, you have your thumb on the flat part.
No,
Oh,
almost.
see, that's wrong.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Is that
No, wait. You put your finger. No, thumb on the flat part's better, I think.
right on the horseshoe, right up top? Okay.
Yeah. All
So
right. So you got your
let's.
Glencairn there. I hope.
I got it. I'm pouring it right now.
I always have. Oh man,
Okay.
I just not even trying yet. Just pulling the cork out.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I got the rye right away. Not even. I'm not even. I haven't even sniffed it yet. But just
Yeah. Well, there's no rye.
isn't.
Not
I
in
thought.
green.
I'm sorry. The wheat.
Yeah, it's 70% corn, 21 wheat, and 9% malted barley. So that's probably a lot of the barley you're getting.
No, I meant it was wheat all the way, Rick. Gee
Yeah.
whiz. I need to have, wait a minute. Let me whack my head to get,
Yeah. Now, yeah, you
oh,
just,
I like the bread. What was the one we had when we were in Florida a couple weeks back where you said it tasted so bready? I'm getting the bread sort of,
oh man. Oh, what was that one?
it was a little offbeat. Josh found that one.
Oh gosh, yes. Yep.
Well, it doesn't matter. We'll get
Yeah, it is. You can the bread.
Bread, absolutely. Well, maybe just a corn. There's corn there.
Corn, caramel.
It's
I
really
get some
all.
cinnamon. Get cinnamon.
I'm not getting cinnamon.
What do you think of the color?
A little on the pale side, but it's a nice
It's amber.
amber. Yeah, I'd call that one amber.
It's not too pale, but it's not, dark. It's not.
Yeah, I really like them. It's kind of it's not overpowering. It's just kind of nice, pleasant, low key nose.
Yeah. What do you think? Any fruit?
I, maybe a touch. I can't pick out any particular fruit, but
No,
as soon as you said that, it hit me that yeah, it's there. I
there's got
can't
to be
stand
some.
it. I gotta take a taste.
Okay.
Mm, wow. Now I got fruit. Absolutely. Maybe that was just on my mind when I was first sipping it because we were talking about it. And the vanilla,
Yeah. I get that caramel toffee flavor that you kind of smell.
yeah, yeah, definitely caramel, vanilla.
It almost smells like a cinnamon roll.
Well, I get the bread kind of, but the cinnamon. That's not coming through to me at all, Rick. I get the toffee. Is that must be the corn bringing it, but it's soft. Well, I always describe a wheated bourbon that way.
The mouth feels kind of,
Soft. Yeah.
yeah. It's really not. It's no. There's some spice. I mean,
Little,
the
yeah, where the heck would the spice be coming from? I wonder, because there is some there. A little
combination wheat, barley.
pepper.
I mean, it's compared to some of the others. This is a high. This is this wheat higher?
Well, this is what,
21.
2021. That is higher, I think, than a lot of them. Because I don't remember like the Larcenies or Maker's Mark. I never think of bread.
Hmm.
The finish is nice. It's not long, medium length, I'd call it.
Yeah, it's a little. It's spicy, but not. It's not like a rye. Trying to see if I have any notes on the old stuff.
Boy, I kind of, this is a good solid choice. This is no bottom shelfer here, Rick. What did you
No, you can. Where we're both looking, we're having a hard time finding bottom shelf compare
well, I know, but
Georgia
this was
versus New Jersey. So we're looking
well,
at
they're
anything.
34.99. I got it.
Right. I'm thinking anything under 40 to find a good bourbon is still stretch because now
This one,
everybody's looking at 60, 70, 80.
yeah.
Hey,
What do you think
Larceny was a
for
20.
90 proof? It doesn't hit me as 90 proof. I mean, not that that's extremely high, but
Right. Hmm. Can't can't find Maker's mash bill, but Larceny was 20% wheat, 12% malted barley.
well, this has got a little bit more corn than the Larceny.
Yep. Yep.
I kind
Well,
of like it.
I do
We
too.
haven't done the water drops or the ice yet, but I'm right now, I'm right between a two and a three. This could be a three right here. This is a good solid choice, I think. This would be
Yeah,
interesting to have a Makers, a Larceny, and a Green River. All maybe we do that sometime.
that would be a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so I think this is a three.
Well, I'm going to hold off yet till we do.
Right. A three neat, and then we'll take a look at how it, averages out.
Are we
Right.
doing? Are we doing water drops? Or is it too
Three
soon?
three
I don't.
drops.
I don't want to rush you into anything. All
Okay,
right.
three drops.
Didn't do anything to the nose, I don't think.
But just yeah. So it's 4 years in a barrel. So I think maybe a little longer would have had better color.
Well, and I think I used the term soft before, and I think the water, no pun intended, I think the water softened it even a little bit more. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
and
kind of nice. It's not a viscous mouth feel, but it's a nice mouth feel.
yeah, and the finish I thought got a little bit nicer too, a little bit smoother,
Smooth, definitely smoother.
definitely
Absolutely.
smoother. I mean, it does tail off, but I think it's more enjoyable with water versus the neat. So
I
maybe
agree.
re,
I'm gonna keep saying soft as opposed to smooth. It is
right.
smooth, sir, but there's just I don't know. Do you get that? I
Yeah,
keep to say the mouth feels soft, particularly on the finish. Right up
yeah.
front, it feels that way on the tip of the tongue, and then the finish along the back and sides as well.
Kind of wish it was a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger in the mouthfeel, but
Yep.
the
Yep.
flavor is really nice.
So you still sticking with your three, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I think
because
three
I
neat,
think
three water. I think so.
I would have called it 2.5 with the neat, and now I'm heading north, two point
Okay.
six, 2.7. Now that we got
All
the
right.
water drops in it. Usually I got to go back and check the notes, but I think I usually like the water drops in a rye or something that's got a lot bolder kind of flavors. A
Yeah.
lot yeah, a lot of times it's the wheateds just they mellow out too much.
But the
That's nice.
finish is still enjoyable. I mean, it didn't take too much
Yeah.
away, but
I think I don't get a lot more flavors or different flavors, just that the texture, the smooth, soft.
yeah, it does hold up. It does hold up to a couple
Yeah.
drops. You know, so like we've been taught, like we've been at all these
All right. I'll tell
tastings
you.
we've been to, the couple drops of water make a difference, and this one didn't do too bad. All right, putting some
Should I dump
cubes,
the rest of the Glencairn into the cubes, or should I just finish this off?
finish it off.
All right. Since my hero said finish it off, that's what I'll do.
All right, let me grab the bottle with the thumb in the correct position.
The thumb. Now I'm telling it is better. You get those arthritic. I think this is built for
Oh,
geezers like us.
that's right. It's like those, the pill bottles. It's easy for the old folk.
Yeah, you get that childproof stuff.
That's right.
Baffles me.
Okay,
Hmm.
now that we're in the bottom shelfers podcast
Shelfers,
glass.
rock glass, man. See, and we got the engraved kind, not like our satellite. We got to talk about our satellite. We got a new.
Yeah, we'll bring that up at the end, man.
Okay, all right.
We
They
gotta,
got they got the multicolored logo.
that's right.
Oh, I like that.
Very, very smooth. This is
Hmm.
wow. Yeah,
I'll say absolutely smoothed it out even more. I mean, it's pretty darn smooth to begin with,
right. And it's still got the flavor.
and the flavors are all there. I'm getting a little bit of you get a little baseball glove in there, leather. I just noticed that with the rocks. We haven't been talking about the bread flavor, but that has held from the very beginning.
Yeah,
I got it on the nose and with the neat, with the drops and ice that bready flavor is still in there.
yeah. No, it's the ice didn't. I can see this with a large cube. That would have to be a large cube, so it didn't
I
water
think
down too
so because I
fast.
think yeah, when you get a smoother, softer whiskey, the ice starts to dilute it after a little bit.
Right.
I wish there were some alternative. Let's put that out there for the engineers in our audience, because I've got the bullets, the stainless steel that you can
Oh yeah,
freeze them, or the little literal rocks.
Right. Yeah, I've had those too. So,
but I don't like them banging my teeth. I think I've said that before.
well, you're gonna need
I'm
a
going
straw.
back. You know
Get a
what? We got it.
straw.
All right. I think we should, here's another note. Make a note of this, please.
Yes.
We should try the same whiskey in the freezer and room temperature.
Oh, freeze whiskey.
What do you think
Okay.
about that? We've
Yeah.
talked about this, putting the
Hey,
whiskey in the fridge.
I'm game for all this scientific stuff we're doing here. So
Well, we got to serve humanity. That's what you
that's it.
do when
That's
you're
right.
highly experienced, like you and I.
That's right. Especially the youngins and the satellites we got to talk about later. So what do you think?
You know what? I'm gonna go with the three. I'm gonna bump this one up.
I
I
think it's
had
overall three.
that's a good, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good deal. And we talked before about 34.99, $35 is not bottom shelf by any means, but that's a reasonable price. I mean,
That is reasonable for
that's not going
seven.
to break the
Yeah,
bank.
for a 750 milliliter, 90 proof. I mean, if it was probably if it was 80 proof, I
Well,
don't
and
know.
especially on the rock, now that the rocks have been in there a little bit, everything's smoothing and mellowing out. Hey, the other thing we talked about this the other day. This DSP Kentucky 10.
Yeah.
So distilled spirits plant. That's what DSP is.
So this is the
Yeah.
10th oldest plant in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now I don't know what I think about they're, making a big deal about being the 10th oldest distillery in Kentucky. But I think I'm going to forget 2016, 2017.
Yeah, I think it was 16. It's not that old.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's less than 10. It's less than 10 years. The whole distillery or the company is less than 10 years old, but they've got the 10th oldest distillery.
But it's also, I think it's old recipes. So they're trying to,
Well,
do
it's
the
the old,
thing.
yeah. I think I read it's like an 1860s. It's the,
I have 1885 on the back of the bottle, so
oh, well, that's probably
it's
that's
close
probably
enough.
more accurate than my memory.
That's close enough.
It's He's all right. You're using documentation. I don't know what I think about that.
Okay, sorry.
This is the
You're
whiskey
gonna have
without
to
regrets.
you're gonna
Huh?
have to fact check me.
That's a winner. I'm real happy with Green River. We should
Okay,
try.
I'm glad we
There's
did
what?
it.
There was four different expressions. I forget now.
I think three.
There's at
Regular,
least three.
regular. Maybe there's four. I don't know. The regular, and the weeded, um, cask proof. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Might have been. I don't remember. Well, I remember we were the
This
thing
fit
that
the
I
budget,
recall is we picked the cheapest one. So
right? I think it fit the budget because again, that's this is what we're all about. Unemployed, retired guys who are trying to find affordable bourbon.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what my expectations were. I was kind of a blank slate. I'd never had Green River before,
Yeah.
but I'll get this again.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah,
Good.
I'll get this
So
one again.
overall, I'd give it a three.
Me too. I'm in there. Hey, and speaking now, we have updated the scorecard on the website. So now we've got information about what the whiskey is, what the proof is, and then we've taken our average score on a 1 to 5 scale, one at the low, one being five being awesome,
Right.
and we're dividing that by the average price. So we got a little index now
Okay.
of bang for the buck. And we can't call this the bottom shelfers index is just that's so clinical. We got to come up with a cooler name.
All right. We'll work on that.
Maybe somebody,
Yeah.
maybe one of the sons or sons-in-law could
Yeah.
come up with another one.
Those the remote satellites that we have growing into bourbon.
Growing. We're stepping. Hey, have
Yeah.
you made any progress on scheduling our foray to Kentucky with the
Not yet.
boys?
That will happen in a couple of weeks.
All right. Well, I just want to publicly put a little pressure on you.
Okay, I'm on it.
I'm getting queries from my boys.
Oh, your boys.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thomas in particular wants to know because my daughter gave him permission to go.
All right. Well, I think I have my boys have permission. I just just got to double check on that one.
We just got to get, yeah, we got to get the cop. That's the cop is our issue, right?
Yeah. He's got to get his schedule and then see how it works, and then figure out how we're going to do it. So, but I
All
think
right.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
Now I just noticed I'm looking at the Bulleit bottle because
All right,
I've always liked
moving
the
on to
Bulleit
Bullet.
bottle. It says Frontier whiskey, and it looks like it looks like a bottle could be sitting in the saloon in a Clint Eastwood movie.
Well, I think you're right. I think
Is
they're
your
blended.
label cockeyed?
Of course. I
All
think they
right.
do that both
I-
Friday. Oh, well, yeah, Friday is tied
Well,
around.
it's all one piece, so if
Yeah.
it's crooked on the,
No, I
you
think
understand the
that,
physics of this, Rick?
you know what? Maybe it sits on the shelf. I have to I actually take the shelf and make it level. So,
Yeah, okay. All right. It's all right. Just have three or four more and it'll be
that
fine.
levels out on its own. All right, this bottle is nice. It has a good feel to the handle.
But
Again, the
and it
cork,
does. I think
the cork.
I hunted around about the Frontier whiskey label, and I think I think they just decided what the hell, let's call it Frontier whiskey. I don't think there's any real rhyme or reason to it.
No. Well,
Good
that's maybe
marketing.
it's marketing. Maybe at that one time it was a frontier back,
Yeah.
before the expansion. You know how?
And I like the embossed, like the glass itself is molded with
Yeah. No,
Bulleit
that's nice.
Bourbon Frontier
Well,
whiskey.
even Green River had some embossing.
Well, a little bit, little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, they got like the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
I like both these bottles. The corks. I like the cork. I'm the
I
screw top. It's
why
just
who why does that make a difference? It makes a
I
difference to me. There's something every time I have Weller, which I think is fantastic whiskey. Weller is it's either my first or second favorite, but I get that screw top and it's just the ambiance is spoiled.
it just brings you back to the high school days when you're unscrewing.
Yeah, with the plastic bottle or
Yeah,
something.
with some of the old stuff that
Back at Fate, you remember Fate?
no, never mind.
Oh, let's not. We
Don't
shouldn't
go
go
there.
there.
All right, now let me pour some. You're
Oh,
having
I'm already nosing this bad boy. Oh, man, the sweetness comes. How much corn's in this one?
this has 68%.
68. It's 68 versus 70 on the Green River.
Right, but
68
28%
corn,
rye.
28 rye, 4 barley. Is that what you got?
Yeah, that's what I got in 6 years, age 6 years.
Now, and oddly, this is lighter in color than the Green River
Yes, it is.
and 2 years older.
6.
2 years older
Oh, older.
than the
I'm sorry.
Green River. Yes. What's 4 and 2?
10.
Yeah, okay. You get the sweetness and the rye. You can tell there's rye in that bad boy.
Yep. You get a very sweet oak.
Pancakes. I'm getting pancake breakfast here to maple syrup.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
getting
yeah.
that?
Yes, I am. I had rye toast for breakfast. I get a little of that too.
Rye toast. Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that. Had to think
With
about it. I'm getting cinnamon too. You were
Yep.
talking cinnamon with the Green River. I got no cinnamon from that at all.
Yeah.
But rye toast, thank you for saying rye toast, Rick, because as soon as you said that uh, aroma locked into my brain.
How does it taste? Good?
Oh yeah. Oh, and the rye punches. What a nice contrast to the. I think the weeded first was a brilliant idea, by the way. Let me acknowledge that.
Okay, thank you.
Because this contrast with the rye is really, I
Oh,
really like it.
oh yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's just this one's saying, hey, Betty, I got a little kick to me, man.
Yeah, this is good.
Both 90 proof.
Yeah, both are 90.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a reason. There's a reason I smiled when we landed on Bulleit for today.
Oh yeah.
This has been one of my favorites for a long time.
Between Bulleit, Makers, and Woodford, those are the three solid picks.
Hmm.
Oh, man, this is a
You got
4.
the peppery. Oh, It's interesting you say that because I'm looking at this. Do we have to go to half steps on our scoring?
Oh, we can do that.
We may, I hate to do that, but you know, with the Green River, I'm thinking, oh, two, probably three, and with this one, I'm just as you said, I'm thinking certainly a three, maybe a four.
Yeah, three and a half.
Well,
Compared
yeah.
to
I
compared
mean, I'd go
to
two. I'm really thinking two and a half, three and a half. Can we
for
make a
Green River.
command decision? Can we do
Well,
that in the middle of a show?
sure, but it's you can't compare the two because they're two different animals.
Well, they are two very different animals, but I'm
So,
thinking in terms of if I'm, going to put my feet up and have some friends over, put some music on, and just do some yapping, I think I'd prefer the Bullet. And here's the weeded bourbon guy.
yeah,
Hmm.
this has more of an influence on what you're drinking,
And I'm
what you're
thinking the
doing.
six years in the barrel is kind of coming through.
Well, the mouthfeel is a lot thicker,
Yeah. Yep. And I'm getting more sweetness on the finish.
and there's still pepper. There's still a little peppery.
Yeah. Well, the rye is definitely there.
All right.
28. Yeah,
Right.
28% rye.
Very smooth.
And sweet. I get it's funny, the back end, the finish after a while, the finish is a lot longer, I think, than the Green
Right.
River one.
That's the rye working.
But I
When you
think
said,
it's the rye and there's a touch of sweetness at the end that
well, you talked
uh
about pancakes. It's maple syrup.
yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, toffee, but maple syrup's a better description.
I think it you know what? You're right. It goes from maple to toffee as it finishes off. Kind of smooths out.
Is it? Okay. So it's not just you're confused as well. I mean, I've thought you've been confused for, I don't know, decades, but
69 years. Man,
man,
that's good.
that's good. That's really good.
That is good.
Ready for drops?
Yeah.
You
Three
sure?
rounds. I'm
You hesitated a little bit there.
I'm enjoying it so much. I don't know if
Okay. All
I
right.
want to ruin it.
I
All
don't
right.
want to, I know you get some geezers get very upset when you put pressure on them. So I don't
I'm
want you
not there
feeling,
yet.
don't want you feeling any stress. You're
I'm
not
not
where
there.
yet. Geezer, you're well into geezer. Don't
I
give me
know
that.
I know people. Be careful.
Is that you remember my father-in-law's name? Did you ever meet him?
No.
I don't think you did.
I can't
Right.
tell. No difference in the nose.
No, me either. Oh, I'm getting more of everything with the water
Oh
drop.
yeah. Wow,
It's
it opened up.
definitely smoother. I'm getting more of the rye spicy coming through.
Yeah.
I'm getting more vanilla. The vanilla, that's okay. Now that I've thought about it a little bit, the vanilla
Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
is significantly more pronounced with the water
Yeah.
drop.
But get a little more cinnamon, a little more spice. Mm.
I'm trying,
I
is it cinnamon or I just have rye on the brain?
I think it's probably too much rye in the brain.
Maybe, all right. I guess, I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be something else.
No, but cinnamon. You got cinnamon something going on today. What did you?
Like a good cinnamon roll, with this
Well,
the
I got
sweetness.
cinnamon on the nose right at the very beginning when I first poured it, and yeah, it's still there. But I'm getting the fin. I really like the finish on this because I'm getting the at the very back end. The spice kind of hangs in there, but goes to the background, and
Right.
it's like sweetness, almost toffee, honey.
Yeah, that's good. And you know what? It's the finish lingers more than the Green River.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the rye working.
No, and I know how important lingering is to you.
That's very. And
Oh, now you
I
see that?
linger, and you loiter, so we're even.
I guess. Uh, no, I got to go back to our scoring system, Rick. I think the 1 to 5 scale is what we've settled in on, and I agree with that. But I am
Break it down.
officially saying we got to do half steps here
Okay.
because I'm not ready to call this a 4, but it is clearly, in my opinion, I enjoy this better than the Green River,
Right.
which is a 3. I give it a 3. This I got to give a little touch. That's a 3.5. We haven't even done the ice yet.
No, we haven't. Hmm.
Yeah, we have more work to do here. Geez, I thought, God,
Let me dig
tell you
in.
what, you thought you retired and you can take the pressure off. And here I've done, we did 2 of them now with neat and water, and now we got to get ice again. All right. Did you like it? What's your call on did the water drops improve
I think it improved it. Yeah.
the bullet? Yeah, I agree. I agree. In fact, I can only think of one that we've done on a bottom shelfer show that the water was neutral.
True.
Oh, and
No, there
almost
might
every time the water add that it's just a couple drops is always a little better.
trying to think.
I don't know why that makes sense. I don't know why that does that, but it does.
Well, if anybody goes to any again tours or distillery tasting, pretty much you go through the neat, the water, and then if you can, you get some ice. So it does help understanding the
Yeah.
different flavors.
Oh,
Oh man, nose. Did you think the nose
oh.
changed?
No, you know what? I kind of slipped by the nose. Let me go back to that.
I think it changed a little.
Maybe a little. The first
Sweeter. It's a
Rick,
little
the first
sweeter.
sip, you took the words out of my mouth. I took a sip right away, and the sweetness really kicked up. That's pretty consistent. I think you and I are finding that now that we're focused on, doing these
Wow.
tastings like this, the sweetness comes out more with a little change in temperature.
Oh yeah, it does.
But I don't think it's the water. It's not the water that's doing it. It's the temperature change,
Really? Okay.
sweetness.
Well, we would test that if we do freeze. Ugh.
If did you say if?
When?
Yeah, thank you.
When
Thank you.
we freeze.
It's a good thing you got me to look out for you. You'd be making
Okay.
mistakes all the time.
Well, we got to schedule it. That's the problem.
Oh, well,
Our busy schedules.
I know, I know it.
Yeah, it
Mm.
still has that sweet oak.
I'm getting more sweetness. I'm getting more oak. I'm getting more vanilla.
Yeah, I'm not getting as much cinnamon as earlier though.
Well, I, again, I think you're cinnamon. You got cinnamon on the brain today. I'm getting rye. I mean that bite spiciness of the rye that's so
Yeah,
cool is
I'm just
still
on the
there.
nose. I'm talking about now. I lost it.
Geez, the finish on this is, I don't know if I've ever noticed how good the Bulleit finish is.
It's been a while since I've had Bulleit because I've been trying to experiment, getting things out. As I travel. This would make a good old fashioned too with the high rye.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. Now, you had an old fashioned mix
Yes,
that
I did. It was
you were,
great.
yeah, what was it again?
Withco, Withco. I bought it online, all natural. Once you open it, 6 weeks, you got to finish it. Good thing I got extra bourbon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got to work
Oh,
on
geez. Okay. I was going to say, you know what? I hope, got my liquor cap. I'm having, I'm having issues now.
it. All right, I'll be there. Oh no, wait a minute. You're gonna have a visitor in a week or so.
Geez. Oh, yeah. Your son's coming down.
That's right. I think you better open a lower cabinet to empty that out.
Well, I'm
Why
gonna
is
have to,
there? That is. I mean, he can,
uh, no,
just shift everything to the upper cabinet.
no, my problem is I got the pantry is in the kitchen is where the good stuff is.
Okay.
And then in my office where I am now, I got the upper cabinet is kind of the mid range, and then the under UTS
Okay,
UTS under the sink is
that's right.
like the
This
benchmark
is the real
number
bottom
eight
shelf.
down there. The really
Yeah,
bad stuff's down
the
there.
real bottom shelf.
But I don't got. I mean, I've got a lot of room under the sink. The rest of it's starting to clog up.
No, no.
Where are you? You got that one tiny cabinet over your refrigerator.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
you know what? If it, I have to make room all the time. I can't let things linger up there too long.
I know. Do you need me to speak to Sherry about this?
We need to put on an addition, you're saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to need some additional storage space,
Yeah,
or
well,
or the only alternative is to drink more.
I can do that, but if you in space, there's two things that she'll tell you: basement or shed. So I don't think those are two on my list. So
Well, shed, yeah, shed doesn't
no,
that doesn't feel good at all.
that doesn't. So
Not that you don't belong there, but
that's true. There's days.
all
So
right, you let me know because I may or may not have influence over the boss of your family, but I could at least make a suggestion that perhaps
okay,
would be useful.
just send it to me. I'll make sure she gets it forwarded.
Okay. Oh, you needed me to put this in writing? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, make sure when the mark's there, you can get rid of some of your bottom shelf stuff. So
That's what I'm gonna get
yeah,
him good and hammered.
that's right.
How about Cooper's? Cooper right now, I guess he's got another
He's got,
what, 12, 12,
oh,
14 years.
he's got another, no, yeah, no, oh, he's 12. So I don't want to be a bad influence on it. Yeah. All right.
Hey,
So
now let's talk about your other son because I am very proud of him.
what did we come up with a final score on this one?
Three and a half.
Three and a half?
Three and
Okay.
a half. Bulleit is a solid. That's just a good solid bourbon. You can't go
I mean,
wrong with
I put Woodford at a 4, so it's not a Woodford. So
it. Did you put what did I put Woodford at? Did I think I did Woodford at a 4 also.
I don't recall, but
I'd have to go back. I'd have to go back and look. I mean, Woodford, like we did the first show, right? Was Woodford and Makers, which
yep, we
I mean,
did the
they're the
good
two
stuff, that stuff
standbys
we
for
knew. Yeah.
yeah. But Bulleit's, I remember the first time I had Bulleit was with Thomas and Allie were married maybe a year or two. And we were at a family gathering and there wasn't enough room. So we wound up at a hotel and Thomas and I got stuck in the bar drinking Bulleit for
Oh, stuck.
several
Oh, that's
hours.
tough. I can understand. Yeah, tough thing. Yeah,
He still claims that I had trouble walking that night, but I think he lies.
probably not that I would know. Okay. All
No,
right.
okay.
We don't need to go there. There's too many stories.
No, but tell us
So,
about your son. I mean,
uh,
this is
Pennsylvania,
our
our
Pennsylvania
Pennsylvania
Pennsylvania cop.
cop who's part of the bottom shelf bottom shelfers satellite in Pennsylvania
Now,
gets
I gotta
together.
say, I've known Matt since the day he was born. I've always liked him. He's a good dude. He's turned into a fine man, ex-Marine. I mean, he's a serious dude. But he's going to the bottom shelfers and he goes with Whistle Pig 10-year
10.
rye.
I think
That's
he didn't get
not
the.
that does he understand the concept of bottom shelf?
I don't think he understands that concept because he's too young to suffer like we are in our old age. But I think
Has he ever had the plastic handle?
I doubt it. You know, the 12.99 1.75 liter. No, I don't think he's had that stuff.
No,
So
but I think what he did, he got two or three or four. How many were in
he's
the
three.
group?
Yeah, the combination was three people, Matt and two other gentlemen.
Matt, and two other Pennsylvania cops.
I haven't. I'm not saying I
No, I
can't
gotta
tell
see
you,
it.
but
No, what? Because he spent like $90 on that bottle, right?
it's $90. They split it three ways. So again,
No,
that's
so 30
reasonable.
bucks. You have to explain the math to Matt because
Yeah.
30 bucks that falls within bottom shelfer territory.
Well, yeah, it's true.
But
I agree with that.
well, I don't know if he needs math education or if he's just a brilliant
But
innovation on how to
yeah,
get more booze into our show here.
the story behind it, he was training somebody and they were in a fine
He's
wine
he's been a
good
cop long
spirit.
enough to be training other cops,
Like, yeah, 4 years now,
apparently.
4 or 5 years. But he's training this guy, and it was a theft retail in a liquor store. And of course, Matt was checking out the bourbon
Did
aisle.
you say, oh, that they were so they were going arresting the that's awesome.
Well, they were investigating. I don't know about arresting. So,
Investigating. I've done a lot of investigation in liquor stores myself. I need to
yeah, well,
talk
that's
to
when you
you.
loiter. That's what I was saying. You loiter in those. But his they're trying to do the same thing we are. Give it the nose, the taste. He's developing a group of people out there to kind of will do reviews. So
I'm proud of the young man. I'll tell you what, he just never ceases to amaze
right,
me.
and he did say that the bourbon does taste better in the bottom shelf for his podcast glasses. So
Well, everybody should go out and buy those. I mean, they're
right.
what country do they come from? Did we decide?
I have no idea.
Like,
I don't care.
I know
So
I placed an order. I bought a hat
that's right.
because I need to get a hat and it's going to take like a week and a half to get here. But
Well, I got it, and it's good. I've been wearing it out. But he did the review. It's they like it's from Canada. I didn't realize that Whistle Pig is from Canada, and
no,
then
it's not. Whistle Pig is Vermont.
then bootlegged into the States. So it's almost like
No, no,
no.
no, no, no. The Whistle Pig Distillery is just outside of Burlington, Vermont.
All right. Well, this is
I have driven past it.
okay. Well, his report is a bit
Get,
inaccurate then,
we
huh?
get
All right, we're gonna
some
have to get to that.
disinformation here. We can't
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
doing
okay.
that.
All right. But he's doing his best. So the three of so we need to give him a recommendation for the
We
next one if you have
we
one.
will.
So
I will. And you know what? I'm going to encourage him to go with this divide by three pricing
or
to
four.
to
I
bring
think
things
there's
or
a fourth
four. Okay.
because he has four glasses, so he needs
That
another guy.
well, that expands the whole bottom shelfer universe, which I
That's right.
approve. And the other thing he noted, I was reading through the note that he sent us, is he has noticed with the Whistle Pig rye, Whistle Pig 10-year rye, that
Correct.
the ice brought out more sweetness, which is
Yep.
something both you and I have noted several
Right.
times.
That's a a good thing to bring out. I mean,
All
people
right.
should understand, if you don't try it neat or you don't try it with a little water, then move to ice. If you go straight to ice, you don't realize what you're missing
No, I'll tell you what,
or
and I
what you
am
get.
learning. I've been drinking whiskey for a long time, but our routine here doing these shows of going neat, drops, ice in that sequence. I mean, I'm enjoying the whole experience of
Right.
finding the flavors a lot more just
Right.
by having that consistent process. And it makes me want to go back, like we talked before, maybe we do two or three weeded bourbons. I poured more Bulleit, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, I'm doing it neat
Well, I haven't poured. I'm still.
back in the
Which one? Bullet or Green
Bulleit,
River?
Bulleit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think, again, going the Bulleit to the Green River is not the right direction.
No.
You need to
No,
go
we would.
mellower to Boulder. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I hate like hell to acknowledge that
But
you were
it's
right and I was wrong, but
hey,
hey, it
yeah,
happens.
hey.
Every decade or two, come up
Yeah,
with a
make it
better
out.
idea.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the proof. We go from 80 to 100. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah. Hey,
All
I'm
right.
I'm here to learn from you. Once
Thank you.
again, my friend, I think we did a service to humanity. Green River, I'm going to stick with the three on the Green River, and I'm going 3.5 on the Bullet. I
Yep.
will buy both these
I agree.
bottles again. I think
I
these
agree.
belong. These both belong in my middle shelf, my office upper cabinet.
Yeah, that's right. These are middle shelves.
Yes, Bullet might make it up to the kitchen, just
Uh,
just for
I would.
convenience. For
Yeah, I would.
convenience.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't. The taste doesn't earn it that spot, but
So it's a
you
KS, kitchen shelf, kitchen shelfer.
K, KS. All right, all right. So I got UTS and KS now. KS is the high end, the kitchen
That's
shelf.
right.
UTS is under the sink. What do I call the middle cabinet here? The MC,
MTS. I
the
don't.
MC.
You
I'm
know.
going to call it the MC. I like that. Just decided. All right.
Okay, to go for it. So
Okay.
I
Well, I
only
don't
have
know.
one cabinet. So
I'm making a steak for myself tonight, so
oh,
I'm going to
good.
enjoy the rest of this. I may pour one more. I'm going to go grill a steak out on my deck,
Okay.
and well, I'll dedicate the rest of the evening to you
And
because
what about hey no wait what about your other your satellite guys? Got to get them start participating.
oh, you know what? Okay, point taken.
Okay.
Point
We got
taken.
Matt. And I got to get the other Mark gets going in.
You
We got
got yeah. All right, you got to do three. I only have to do two. But Tom, yeah. Oh God, yeah. I'm gonna get
uh,
Thomas down here. Yeah. All
yeah.
right. You be
I
careful.
got you.
Be careful what you wish for, buddy.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, yeah. You can get somebody local. I can get Mark, but Josh and Matt I can't do. So
Well,
we'll
all
figure
right.
that
I
out.
mean, Zach is 3,000 miles away for crying out loud.
Well, he can start his own group. You sent him 4 glasses. Come on.
I did. I did. You're right. You're right. And I'm
Or
on it.
we sent him 4 glasses. So
I accept the mission.
okay.
I'll get on it right away. All
All
right,
right.
buddy.
All right, man. We'll see, to a couple of weeks until our next episode. We'll have to start searching for more.
And I think we can do this. I know we can.
Yep, I'm there.
All right, my friend.
Living the
Take
life.
care, buddy.
You too.
See you.
Bye.